we're looking at variation. And variation deals with the relationship between variables. These variables could mean take a form of transportation costs and the cost of a commodity. How does the transportation cost varies with the cost of a commodity? Or how does population increase affect the quantity of food consumed? All these are variables. So specifically, you're going to be dealing with direct variation. At the end of this class, we'll be able to see how direct variation actually can be used in this case. So let's look at direct variation. In direct variation, basically, the relationship between the variables are direct relationship. They are called linear relationship or proportionate relationship. So let's write that down. Direct variation. In direct variation, comma, the relationship between variables are proportionate relationship. What we mean by that is you have two variables, say x varies directly as, this is the symbol for direct variation, for variation as y. X here varies directly as y. This symbol here stands for varies. It means that there is a proportionate relationship between x and y. What that means is that as x increases here, y also increases. For instance, we could see that the cost of a commodity will increase when transportation cost increases. So we see that x could represent the cost of that commodity and y could represent the transportation cost. So we'll say x varies directly as y. We also see a case where, for instance, demand decreases as price also does what? Increases. So in that case, there's a relationship in that case. So for direct relation, basically, we're saying that if x increases, y increases. If x decreases, y decreases. So there is a proportionate relationship between the two variables. So this is how to represent direct variation. So we could also have a case of, say, P varies directly as Q, or C varies directly as V for direct variation. So we have that if you have this already, say x varies directly as y. To remove the proportionate sign, we simply have x is equals to ky, where k is a constant. So let's see how we can apply some examples of this direct variation. So we'll take an example. Example 1. So if P varies directly as arrow and P is equal to 10 when arrow is equal to 6, we have to find the relationship between P and R, hence find R when P is equal to 12.5. So for this example, it says that the P varies directly as arrow and P is equal to 10 when R is equal to 6. Find the relationship between P and arrow, hence find arrow when P is equal to 12.5. So we start by writing a proportionate sign. P varies directly as arrow, then we can say P is equal to K arrow. That relationship between P and arrow, first of all we have to find the value of K. That's a constant there. We're told that if P is 10, arrow is 6. If P is equal to 10, arrow is equal to 6. So in our equation here, say equation 1, we're going to fix the value of P and arrow. P is 10, arrow is 6, so we have that 10 is equals to K times 6. So we get the value of K. K is equals to 10 over 6. 2 divided 10 is 5, and 2 divided 6 is 3, so we have K as 5 over 3. So I have that K is equals to 5 over 3. So that the relationship between P and arrow can be expressed as P is equals to, in the place of K, we'll put 5 over 3 there, arrow. So that's the answer to the first question. The relationship between P and arrow is P is equals to 5 over 3 arrow. But we are told to find arrow when P is equals to 2.5. How do we get arrow when P is equals to 2.5? So to get arrow, simply substitute the value of P is equals to 2.5. We are told to find arrow when P is equals to 12.5 rather. So it means that I have 12.5 for value of P is equal to 5 over 3 arrow. So from here, I can actually find arrow. How do I get arrow? Let's say I express this as rearranging the equation. So 5 arrow over 3, that's 5 times arrow over 3 is equal to 12.5 over 1. I'll simply have, when I cross multiply, 5 arrow is equal to 3 times 12.5. So that if I divide both sides by 5 here, divide both sides by 5, I simply have 5 arrow over 5 is equal to 3 times 12.5 over 5. So arrow simply becomes 3 times 12.5 over 5. That will give me 7.5. So arrow here is equals to 7.5. So I'm putting the value of arrow. So when P is equal to 12.5, I can see arrow is equal to 7.5. So this is the solution and how to solve questions involving direct variation.